Okay, I am back here, back at Sunshine Township Co-op. I am going through Greggorypeccary's mod. I spent two parts of it trying to find the key to this this pump house, the Co-op Pumphouse. My beds are still in a funny position due to that, which means people sleep through walls in rather a humorous fashion. You gotta love it. Yeah, so that's the only downside possibly about this mod. Hard to find the key, and it does do a little bit of messing around because it changes. These houses take the place of the buildings that are originally there, the kind of shack kind of buildings. But now I've had great trouble trying to find this key. Greggorypeccary is very forthcoming with help on YouTube on the video I posted up. They told me apparently there's a female skeleton near a back door, which may be why I couldn't see it. Is there a back door in this place? Apparently near a back door, near the pump house. Right, there's no back door in this room, just some weird beds. Right, it's probably actually he said it's a good idea to check at night because this key glows slightly. Apparently, I had a look in the stats about the mod, or the information about. I see it. Wow, that's pretty hard to find actually. I can't see the dead woman. If you come at it from the wrong angle, you know, no joy at all finding that, I reckon. So, yeah, there we go. Oh, I'm sure this has changed since last time I was here. It has changed. When I was here the other day, this stuff that I scrapped already wasn't here. It seems to have come back. I'm sure I scrapped all this lot. Let's have a look if it can be scrapped again. Because I've got the scrap everything mod. Yeah, that's weird. It kind of refreshed itself. This rubbish has refreshed itself somehow. That's interesting. Oh, I've cleared it out again anyway. So I'll probably get rid of this mod once I've played it. Just so I've got room for other mods than that. Right, so now I'm going to go towards the pump house. It just took me an hour of trying to find the key to actually... I'm now here. Yee, the excitement. I'm now going to check out what's in the pump house. Right, and if you saw the first two parts of the thing, my suspicion was that the guy who diddled them basically on buying the food and putting the shelter together, I reckon he must have come here. Because he went out under the illusion that he was going to find food for people. But I reckon he's had it all stored in here, the food that he'd stolen off them. And I reckon he came here on his own to bloody... to live basically. He let all the others starve and get irradiated and then get attacked by ghouls, and he came here, I reckon, to live on his own and basically live the high life. But I reckon he's probably, if he is in here, if I'm right, then I reckon he's been ghoulified. But I reckon he won't be. I don't think he'll be a feral ghoul. I reckon he'll be a. It looks like there might be some robots in here. Looking at all the stuff. I reckon he'll be a non-feral ghoul. But yeah, I'll probably put a bullet in his head anyway because he's let all the other people die in that other place. But I could be wrong. I could be completely bamboozled by what it is or what's going on here. Someone's definitely dead.
Whoever owns this place should be ashamed.
Now, is this the guy who ripped off the people of Co-op Township? So Sunshine Township, should I say? Well, let's look for clues. Can't find anything in that suitcase. I can't even get to that suitcase, so maybe there's nothing in there. Let's just take everything that looks like bits and pieces that I need. I like to collect everything that I can because I like to do lots of building. Lots and lots of building. This is kind of good. The mods are kind of revitalising me doing some mission stuff. Because normally all I do is go from place to place building. That's all I've been doing, just building stuff. Well, I like building stuff, but yeah, it's good to have new content to play with, new missions to try and do. But yeah, these magazines are normally just for display. A lot of Robco fun, so I reckon there'll be some robots further down in this place. Oh, there's some. Let's just take all these games. Buttercup toys, they're quite cute. There's like mini versions. Oh, there's another key. Oh, pick four, let's take that. Oh, and there's another copy of the key inside that I would have picked up. Alright, so now I have, after spending ages trying to find the key, I now have two of the key. Alright. I suppose it makes sense there's a key inside the building as well. Whoever let themselves in last obviously put it down at some point. Right, so we've got one dead body. No clue of who it is. But they definitely had plenty of supplies in here anyway, it looks like it. So I reckon this is where the stolen supplies and the embezzled input supplies on the proper shelter were. Right. I'm joined again by Lord Furry Bum III, the cat who I'm looking after. Yeah, this looks like there's nothing else here actually. I can't see any way forwards. But I reckon that dead body there must be the guy. I reckon it's the guy who embezzled. Actually, I should probably look on that. Looks like there's nothing much else to see here. I think I could have done most of the mod already. It's just a matter of picking up these other bits and pieces now. Cat, you're giving my nose irritation. Yeah, so you keep pouring down on my body and getting in the way of my controller. That makes it easy for me to play. Yes, I know you're cute, but I can't be stroking you all the time. Right. Yeah, I'll get the feeling that I'm gonna look on this console and see what it says. I reckon that bugger, Charles Burns Turner, that's the name of the guy. All this time I bet he was here. Charles Burns, my faults. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, I made it. It's hell out there. As bad as you might think it would be, it's worse. It's been a little more than 4 months and it really isn't safe outside. Me, Ted Ronson, Paul Darnell and Mike Crosby left that shelter this morning. I had to get out of there before it was too late. If I stayed there, I would have found the crappy walls I had built. Someone would have looked closely at the purchase orders and discovered my scam. Next thing, I would have been tied to the food problem. For that, I might have been killed, in prison at the very least. I had no idea the food was bad, but they would never listen to me. It's all Eddie Winter's fault. Oh, Eddie Winter, eh? I should have known better than to let him talk me into supplying the food. We made enough cash on the construction materials. He didn't have to rip me off on the food. At least he's probably dead. No, he's not. Ronson, Darnell and Crosby came with me, even though I tried to get out without them. That put a kink in my plan. I couldn't just leave them and come straight here with them along. I had to lose them somehow. I decided to walk with them until my opportunity to escape presented itself. The landscape that I found myself in was almost totally unfamiliar. Everything was dead or nearly dead. There was visible damage, but not real destruction. Maybe the shockwave was much weaker here, or just the lay of the land protected this area. The buildings of the co-op were all still standing. I tried to see my shelter, but couldn't. I didn't want to spark anyone's curiosity, so I just kept walking. It was hard to see with the mask on, but there was no way I was going to take it off. The air was stained a yellowish green and my skin was crawling. There were no people anywhere in sight, no dogs barking or birds in the sky. That was the scariest thing. The emptiness was oppressive. I was just coming to grips with the feeling of isolation when I heard a footstep from the woods just off the road. I pivoted around and thought I saw movement in a green mist. I held my breath and stared but saw no one. I convinced myself it was just a trick of the light and an overactive imagination. I remember thinking that here I was less than a mile from my home and I was afraid there might be mutants or monsters in the woods. How strange. Crosby kept repeating, "Oh my God," over and over. We were walking toward Concord. The pavement of the road was all broken and strewn with the wrecks of vehicles of all kinds. There were skeletons in most of them, whole families entombed in their family conveyances. "Oh my God," said Crosby. As we walked, a thick brownish fog began to roll in. This was my chance. I would wait until we passed a truck or bus and stuck behind something and quietly head off. In preparation, I began to lag behind. Up ahead, out of the fog, I could see a bus sitting awkwardly across the road. This was it. When we were halfway past it, I just quietly stepped off the road and ducked behind the guardrail. Barely breathing, I watched as my three companions disappeared into the fog. "Oh my God," I heard Mike say as he saw one horrid thing or another. I sat there and waited for a few minutes until I heard them calling my name in the distance. I turned and headed back home. It was only a couple of miles to my shelter, but the trip took over an hour. The brown fog kept getting thicker and thicker. I lost my bearing at least twice. I tripped over broken asphalt several times and even fell to the ground once. The whole time I couldn't shake the feeling of being followed. If something was stalking me, I sure looked like easy prey stumbling around bumping into things. Finally, the co-op started to materialise out of the fog. I could feel my heart beating in my chest, harder and harder the closer I got to my new home. And of course the Viv. If all went to plan, she would be there waiting for me. I was to meet her there after that stupid Halloween party. Just by luck, she should have gotten there before anything happened. What was going to be a couple of days of debauchery in my new clubhouse just became a lifetime of leisure and debauchery with beautiful Viv. She wasn't too smart or nice, but she had other attributes that would come in handy to help while away the hours. I wonder what they could be, eh? Hey, Lord Furry Bum. I could see the houses, I could see my house. In the door I saw my furniture and personal things right where I'd left them. I stepped inside, but I knew everything was contaminated and shouldn't be touched. I found it depressing just to be there and turned to leave. Outside I came face to face with a monster. I mean, it really qualified as a monster. This was the thing that had been following me. It was a dog, sort of. It had no fur and not much skin either. Its eyes were red and sort of glowed. It was oozing from open sores on its body and it looked really angry. I could feel the hairs on my neck stand out and my stomach did something weird. I turned to go back into the house and saw another one coming in the back door. My head began to swim. I could see no escape. Blackness clouded my vision and I started to faint. Then I remembered the pistol. I had a pistol. I pulled it out and pointed at the creature on what was once my front lawn. My breath sounded like loud in the mask. Shaking, I looked down the barrel of the gun at the monster dog. It flinched when I pointed at it. The one behind me took this opportunity to charge. I whirled round and pulled the trigger. The beast fell onto the floor. What a lucky shot. I was thinking it was going to be hard to get the blood out of the carpet when I remembered the one on the lawn, but he was gone. The gunshot must have scared it off. The sound of the gun might have drawn some more unwanted attention, so I decided it would be best to get the hell out of there. Since there was no one around to disagree, I headed to the pump house. I got to the door with no incidents, took out my key, and I dreaded the thought. What if it didn't work? But it worked. I got in, dropped my gear, and whipped off the gas mask. Stale air filled my lungs. Looking around, my eyes fell upon my gear. This is when I remembered that I was carrying most of the radiation medicine. I thought of Darnell, Ronson, and Crosby, realised it was gone along with me. I could almost hear Crosby saying, "Oh my God, I'm sure they'll be fine. You flicking twat." This guy, I'm so annoyed that he's dead because I wanted to kill him. Walking out of the entrance where I into the hall, I removed my contaminated clothes. I was naked by the time I reached the entrance to the living quarters. Pressed in the button and opened the door. I yelled, "Viv! Viv!" Viv never answered. I looked for her. The place isn't that big, so it didn't take long to realise that she wasn't there. Never had been. I wondered what happened to her, briefly. I have the best food and booze. I have plenty of cigarettes. I have holotapes of movies, TV shows and concerts. Books and games too. I live in luxury, but I have no one to talk to. We'll see how that goes. This is interesting. Now, Greggorypeccary, who's made this mod, has also created quite a lot of story for us as well. So it's quite good. I don't mind that at all, actually. It's good. And I think this guy's just going to get stir crazy. Anyway, so I took a shower, put on my new clean clothes, and wrote this. I'm no writer, but for some reason I felt the need. Maybe because there's nothing else to do. No, there isn't. Yeah, you sorry twat. And it looks like, makes a couple of posts a year by the looks of it. 10/14, I finally got the robot working, sort of. So that's the 14th of October. Christmas. Merry Christmas to me. Why? Thank me. I'm welcome. And so am I. He's losing his mind. Year later, February. Damn, robot broke. No one to talk to again. November. November in that year. Damn you, Viv. How hard can it be to just come here when you were supposed to? How stupid can you be? Now, because of you, I'm alone, idiot. Well, I don't feel sorry for you, you twat, because you let the whole blinking settlement die in the other bloody shelter, you complete arse. 22nd of April 2080, just post nothing. And then later on, it's too quiet. You can at least written some stories or something. Anyway, later on, I'm thinking, maybe I could pack up a bunch of food and booze and bring it over to the shelter next door. I bet they would like that, wouldn't they? Yes, they would. Then they'd be happy to see me and let me in and talk to me, wouldn't they? No, they'd put a bullet in your head for blinking putting them in the position they're already in. To be honest, they were probably dead already by this point. Yes, they would. I'm doing it. No, wait. What if they are still mad? I think I should think more about this. Then go and think. I will. Wait. What about Crosby, Ronson and Darnell? What did they say when they got back? I bet they said bad things about me. Think so? Yes, I do. I'm probably right. Yes, I agree. He's losing his marbles. Right. Later on in 2080, I have it all packed. I'm going over there to give them cigarettes and whiskey. They're going to be so happy. No, they won't. Yes, they will. Shut up! I'm not a bad person. Oh, show me. Yes, I am. I can't fool me. Shut up! I'm doing it. I'm only doing it so I have something to talk to. Someone to talk to. I'm not doing it for them. They're going to see through that. Shut up! Oh, leave me alone. No, I won't. He's lost his mind. I can't be alone anymore. I'm going. And then later the same day, dead. They're all dead. I bought the food to show I'm a nice guy. No, I'm not. Shut up! I went down there past the coffins. Funny, I don't remember them from before. Must be new. I don't like them. Anyway, I opened the atrium door and I could smell the accusations. they're all dead and they blame me. Me! Not Eddie Winter. Me! Well, I'm having none of that. And I was going to give them a piece of my mind. I know, set them straight. Right then, one of them came out of the kitchen and looked at me. I could see the hatred in its dead eyes. I'm not sure who it was because it was kind of slimy and rotten, but there's no escaping the blame in its eyes. It blamed me. Did I drop the bombs? No. Don't try to pin this on me. I dropped my box of gifts and left in a huff. See if I ever tried to be generous again. Yeah. He goes on for quite a while. It's quite good to see him descending into madness. He must know he's responsible for the deaths of all the people in that place, even though he's trying to pretend he's not. So he's racked with guilt, and so he should be. Last night the phone woke me up. I heard it ringing and I got up to look for it, but I don't have a phone. I don't know who would be calling me at that hour anyway. If they do it again, I sure will give them a talking to. Losing his marbles. Yeah, he's got a long time in between writing as well. I think if I was in a situation like that, I'd just have to keep writing stuff just to keep my mind focused on stuff. I don't know, a bit of poetry or literature. Anyway, people keep whispering my name in the room that I'm not in. Next post. Never mind, you wouldn't understand. Scratch, 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 all the time. Scratch. They're crawling through the dirt. At night when the lights are low, I can hear them. Closer and closer they come. How long will it take to get from that shelter to here? It can't be easy to do, to crawl through dirt with rotting hands. I should hide. Don't tell where I am. I won't. I don't trust me. Neither do I. It's not my fault. Yes, yes it is. I'm right. I know. So that was him. He started to think that the ghouls, the radiated ghouls, who were the people that used to be in the other shelter, were coming to get him. Lost his marbles. No sign of him having committed suicide though. Yeah, maybe he just, who knows, maybe he drank whiskey till he died and there were bottles of booze in this room. Maybe he just died of old age. So it was 81 was the last post, 2081, so he was in here for 4 years typing, alone with his thoughts, thinking about that Viv's boobs that he never got to see again, thinking about the people he'd ripped off in the other shelter. I'm glad he had a conscience at least, although more troubled about his own outcome than what happened to the people that he cheated. A nice collection of hats he had as well. So how can a person with that many hats get annoyed and go stir crazy? He had books as well, so it wasn't all bad, you know, but mind you, I certainly wouldn't want to do it. But yeah, so that is his ultimate fate.
Let me see and scan as many indigenous life forms as possible.
Yeah, you see
It is,
that.
of course, for science.
Yeah, so that's it. That's the pump house. I'm just going to clear it out. Oh, I've got a bit of snotty nose from the cat now. An odd furry bum has made my nose itchy. Right, so that's the end of this mod. There's nothing else to discover. I found the pump house key. Thank you very much for the tip. There's a load of bottles up there, but I'm not going to bother getting them. What's up here? That's interesting. There's something up there, like a power area, but nowhere to get in it. How would you get up there if you fix things, if you need to fix things? And there's something flashing up there as well. Can that be got to? Am I missing something? Let's just make sure there's no hidden stuff. Nothing hidden, no hidden ways. He likes his coffee. I can't get it all. It's too hard to get to. And music. Yeah, I can't see. He didn't bother growing much, or maybe it's all rotted by now. He had the ability to grow stuff. He's quite a lot of food still left over. Let's just put this game to bed now. But yeah, nothing else to look at. I can see another good mod by Greggorypeccary. I advise everyone to download this and give it a good playthrough. But you've probably watched me do it now, so you might not want to. But yeah, it's a good story, interesting stuff. I'm going to go and work on this other mod that I haven't actually played yet. There's another mod that I'm going to go and do next, which is based at Jamaica Plain. It's like a shop mod, I believe, but I think there's some missions involved in it as well, and you can get like basically a shopkeeper, I believe, to assign to your settlement. So I'm going to go and do that tonight. What's that down? What's that down there then? No, it's just the angle of the wall. Yeah, I'll definitely give this one another 5 stars. That key was a bit tricky to find. Could have been possibly another clue as to where that key was actually, but yeah, it's all good. All good fun. Oh, obviously the robot there was a companion must have got broken in the end. It kept breaking down. He obviously wasn't able to. That's funny actually. He must be really bad at building robots because most of these are pretty durable out in the Commonwealth. There's ones that are around for ages after they should have stopped running, didn't they? Anyway, okay. Thanks for watching. Bye.